I believe that the dead, which we have been caring for these last 500 odd years, should be left alone. So the plants, he has retreated to the crypt of remembrance to start his experiments. Necromancy. Why was I gifted such a burden? Necromancy. How you weren't thinking about going and never helping me out so that these damned spirits finally leave me alone. I know where they keep their treasures, human. Got your attention, eh? Oh, so yeah, because, you know, I look like those low IQ people who just spam dungeons and I just care about the quote-unquote spiritual treasures while they're speaking about the theme that might be the real thing behind the biggest question that humanity has asked. The afterlife. Okay, how do you want to treasures, yeah? Bring me the Book of the Dead. I saw this quest and I was like, I want to know about this. Held by the Aldor. Ezekiel of Shatra. Holy shit. Can't believe this, man. These guys were on mushrooms when they wrote all of this. Find us and speak with Ezekiel of Shatra in Shatra City. Of course I want to speak with Ezekiel of Shatra City. Of course. No, spirit, I am afraid that they are all trapped inside forever. Now let me be. So he is like a crazy guy who tells you about the spirits and he sees the spirits just like this kid. Or what are those fucking noises? Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, you go around this area and you see the spirits like actually going on forward and back and forward, and there are some people who know exactly what to do. Now you have to talk to Ezekiel of Shatra. Now that's an interesting thing to point out, because you know when you do some research into the Draenei and how they are the exiled ones who are looking for a new land, and the Exodar, and the Genadar. What does Genadar and the Exodus tells you? Genesis and Exodus. So the whole thing about the Draenei being these aliens which are more spiritually advanced, when you do a little bit of the research, they speak about how the Exodar and the Genadar, and this is an exiled, spiritually advanced exiled race of beings. Exodar, Exodus, Genadar, Genesis. Now, Ezekiel. You must talk to Ezekiel of Shatra. All of this has a very Christian undertone, but it's not the common... That's exactly what I was saying when my stream got stopped. It's not the common kind of Christianity that we all know. It's a different kind, a more deeper, more occult kind of early religious Christianity. And now, I really want to go to talk to this Ezekiel of Shatra, because who was Ezekiel in the real story? Ezekiel was a guy who, you know, saw the first angels and depicted the first angels that he saw, quote-unquote angels. Now, I made a huge deal about my first encounter with the Naru, because I think those are amazing beings, an amazing conception. And I've been making these videos about how they might be real or where they might come from, these hallucinogens and all these things. You know, people are reporting that they go into realms where they see beings of a geometric shape, beings of light, and these strange geometric shapes in a different dimension. And now this Ezekiel guy, in the actual scriptures, in our religious texts, speak about these angels, the seraphim, which is also an ability in retail. Wow, you turn on seraphim. I use it to burst people on PvP. But what were the real seraphims? The seraphims were these strange beings which he depict them, and he describes them as geometric shapes with multiple eyes and with 8 wings. And the weirdest thing that you've ever seen, go on Google Ezekiel angels, and it's basically a weird amorphous geometric shape. And what are the Naru? The Naru are just weird amorphous geometric shapes of light, and they are like all fine and dandy, and they're helping people, but their nature is much different. It's very abstract. It's something that we can barely understand. So there's a huge, I don't like the word religious. I don't like the word Christianity. I'm just gonna call it divine, because at the core of everything is trying to understand the divine. There's a huge relation with the sci-fi and the divine in this expansion, and I am bloody loving it, and I really wanna know more. I'm gonna make all of these things, because my stream is getting cut off, and a lot of people are not gonna watch the whole thing, and they probably look at it and they think it's weird. But I'm gonna make videos on my lore channel on like the one I did about the start in TBC, and just seeing the first correlations between all these things. And I'm gonna be making these videos like with more in-depth into where all these things come from, and where and why and what and for what reason, and why is it important to pin it this time, our time. Man, I'm such a huge nerd in a very weird way. And in any case,